Jensencheah is a Minecraft YouTuber who is mostly known for building his Minecraft prisons in the end. He made 2 conceptual prisons and 1 proper prison. Since Erebus Abyss, his full prison, is very well made and difficult to escape, I decided to warm up by escaping his first 2 prisons. We're going to start with Eternity Penitentiary. There are no world downloads for his first 2 prisons, so I'm taking all the information from his video.
So first just find a stronghold, and get to the portal. And place a bed in the middle. Yes, it's that simple. Get your prisoner to set their spawn and kill them. And as you can see, if they die, they instantly get teleported back into the end.
Eternity Penitentiary is actually a prison cell, not an entire prison. This means that it offers no protection from the outside. With that said, it is very easy to escape with a friend. So let's go through the process of entering the prison. I set my spawn and then I head over to the guard so he can kill me. And whenever I respawn, I will instantly be teleported into the end dimension. The first thing I have to do is kill myself with the F3 screen up. This way I can briefly see the coordinates when I log into the overworld. Then I can just send those coordinates to my friend via whichever method you want, and then he can go to the prison, break the bed, and I will be saved. When he does break the bed, you can either kill yourself or go through the end portal, and then you will be brought back to the world spawn point. This wasn't too difficult. Let's take a look at its second conceptual prison, Eternal Damnation.
Just like the build before, tell the prisoner to set their spawn in the bed. Then the guard kills the prisoner, and the prisoner gets directly sent to the end. So don't even think about sneaking items into the prison. Once in the prison, it's surrounded by a cobblestone cell just like the Poseidon Vault, but better. Break 1 cobblestone just to get replaced by another one within 0.1 second. Also, just wait till you get mining fatigue, now you won't even be able to break 1. Don't think about the obsidian, as below it is the cobblestones too. And yes, they don't get food, but to make sure they don't starve, there is a regeneration and resistance beacon to make sure they don't starve to death. So after the prisoner entered the end, the guard will use the mushroom to break the portal, the final portal. With it broken, no one can ever visit or go anywhere even near the prisoner. And with that, the Eternal Damnation is complete. A perfect prison, a prison for the worst players in the world.
Here we are, the entire reason I am making this video. Even after 3 months, Eternal Damnation still has not been validly escaped. Well, I'm here to change that. Again, there's no world download for this prison, so I just decided to copy the cobblestone cell used in the video. As we can see from this clip, behind the cobblestone wall, there's only air. What this means is if we break 1 piece of cobblestone and then look at an enderman, we can get him to kill us through the wall. And just like that, I have escaped Eternal Damnation. You're probably thinking, well, that's very stupid. Obviously, they can just build a wall behind the cobblestone cell and prevent that. And that is true. So I also made a consideration if there is a wall behind the cobblestone, so you cannot look at an enderman to aggro it. And despite that wall, endermen can still be our friends. I originally thought that there would be no way for endermen to teleport into the cell because they do not teleport naturally when they're in the end. However, they do teleport when they take damage, such as fall damage when falling off the end's many cliffs. This means that if you wait long enough, eventually an enderman is going to teleport inside the cell. You can just look at him and then he will kill you and you will be free. Once again, this is a pretty stupid thing to take advantage of, and Jensen did leave a comment on his video saying that you can just put the cell in water and add a conduit near it. So that's exactly what I did. But adding water to the cell actually just makes it escapable even quicker. What you need to do is start mining a piece of cobblestone that is not on the floor, for a good reason I'll tell you later, and then after you mine it, you need to go inside it and hold Shift and W, and you will constantly be inside the block suffocating, and since you're holding Shift, the block cannot push you out. And this is why you cannot mine one of the blocks near the floor, because if you hold Shift, it will just push you onto the floor. And as you can see, suffocation is powerful enough to out-damage both the resistance and regeneration beacons. After coming up with these escape methods, I decided to contact Jensencheah himself so that I can ask him whether they are valid to escape his prisons. In the end, we got to a conclusion, and I was very happy that I was the first person to escape Eternal Damnation. Except I didn't. I spent so much time focusing on how to escape the regenerating cell that Jensencheah showed in his video, and I completely forgot about the fact that what he showed was just an example, it wasn't the final prison. In fact, he even said this in his video.
And before you smart people comment again that they can kill themselves and return to the overworld, which is true, because this time they are not spawn trapped, but we can easily just build a prison to make sure they are not able to commit suicide in the end.
Jensencheah did not publish the final version of Eternal Damnation. It is a concept, which means that you can just build a better cell to keep the prisoner in the end forever. You can do this either by using a cell design like an Erebus Abyss, or creating a 32 block wide cube around the cell to prevent Endermen from teleporting. What this ultimately means is that with the prisoner not being able to kill himself and nobody being able to alter anything in the end, Eternal Damnation can never be escaped. Or can it? Before I gave up, I remembered that I watched a video where someone named literally Arthur escaped Erebus Abyss. He said that he set up update suppressors which prevented the regenerating cell in the end from regenerating, therefore the prisoner being able to break out. To my knowledge, there was no update suppressor that could suppress in all 3 dimensions, so I had to contact him in order to ask him what design he used. He told me that he used update suppressors because he found out that there was an exploit on 2B2T that causing block updates in unloaded chunks would overload the server and then crash it. So he used a bunch of players which would all use the fishing rod glitch from Yatsu's video, which you can check out in the description, and then they would fling an anvil into unloaded chunks and it would break grass, causing block updates. The server will overload and then crash, but it will also suppress everything. But depending on how good the server is and how good its anti-crash security is, it can suppress for multiple hours, even multiple days. This means that no matter what type of regenerating cell you use, an update suppressor will prevent it from regenerating, meaning you can dig out and then kill yourself and you will be free. With the conclusion that both of these prisons are escapable, as well as Erebus Abyss, here is my overall thoughts on all 3 of these prisons. Eternity Penitentiary is technically speaking the most secure prison cell ever created. You cannot escape by yourself no matter what items you have. And bonus points, it is immune to unloaded ender pearl stasis chambers and update suppressors. Although I wouldn't really classify it as a prison or even a prison cell, I would classify it as a restriction to the overworld and the nether. Next up is Eternal Damnation. Currently, it is the most secure prison ever created. However, it is not visitable. But it cannot be broken out of without update suppressors, which is a very big plus and very difficult to pull off. However, I do feel like banning an entire dimension just to imprison one player is taking it a little bit too far. My opinion on Erebus Abyss is very similar to Eternal Damnation. A plus is being able to visit the prisoner, but a minus is the guards having to be online all of the time in case someone tries to break in. And that concludes this video. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!